You probably recognize this feeling. Sales are coming in, but the cash flow doesn't seem to match. The numbers, even if you have them, they still look off. Tax time arrives, and it's chaos. Every single year, your business is rolling along, but it often feels like it's running you instead of you running it. You sense something's wrong, but you're not entirely sure what it is. Many business owners feel this stress long before they even realize it's a bookkeeping issue. They just know something isn't right. They check banking apps, credit card statements, review reports, if they even have them, and try to make decisions without truly trusting the information. But it's not just about messy or outdated financials. The main problem? You probably don't have numbers you can rely on, and most importantly, use. If that's the case, then what's bookkeeping really supposed to do for you anyway? Bookkeeping should really be about numbers you can actually trust and use, not just a bunch of info that gets dumped into the system and becomes forgotten about. It's also not something you just hand off to the accountant once a year and check a box. If the system is working, you can see what's happening in your business, spot problems, and keep cash in check. And most importantly, make decisions based on real info, not just banking apps and gut feelings. That's the gap. Tax-ready books versus decision-ready financials. Sure, tax-ready is important, but that's baseline. Plenty of businesses have books that pass for IRS compliance, and even that's questionable. But you can't actually run the show off those numbers alone. So, bookkeeping? It's got to be more than just keeping records to pacify the audits. It needs to give you and your team a clear view of what's really going on. Once you expect more from bookkeeping than just record keeping, the next question is, how do you actually do it? At PBS, even bookkeeping starts with leadership. We don't just enter transactions and call it a day. We build the books to fit your culture, your values, your why, your purpose, your way of leading, and the way you actually want your company to exist and grow. Culture and leadership, they're integrated right into the books from the very beginning. They decide what gets tracked, what doesn't, how things are set up, what leadership needs to see, and whether the numbers actually help you run your organization. If you say you care about accountability, discipline, consistency, and transparency, the books need to reflect it and show it. If they don't, well, that says a lot too, and may lead to a separate, much-needed conversation that wouldn't have started if you weren't looking at it from this new perspective. That's why we don't shove every business into the same old bookkeeping template. We can start there, but the system has to fit how you actually run things and how you make decisions, how the money moves, how you want to lead. That's what culture-first bookkeeping drives. When you start with culture and leadership, the whole setup changes from the get-go. If the books aren't built to give you real visibility and help you make decisions, just keeping them up to date isn't going to cut it. So, if that's how we do bookkeeping, how do we actually kick things off? When you first reach out, odds are we're not going to dive right into regular, ongoing bookkeeping right off the bat. We have to see what's been going on first, where you're at, and where you want to go. We'll start off with a review and see what kind of shape the books are in. Is the file set up right? What's clean? What needs cleaned up? What's missing or behind? Does the setup actually help with reporting and real decisions? Is it too cumbersome and not user-friendly? Depending on what we find, we may decide that a clean setup and a fresh set of books is the best course of action. Or maybe what you have is usable and just needs a cleanup. Other situations only require catch-up. Sometimes we're hitting reset before we even think about maintenance. If the books aren't built right from the start, just keeping things running isn't going to fix anything. At the end of the day, the current state of the books tells us where to start. If the structure is shaky, we start there. Then we'll go into ongoing maintenance with a setup that actually gives you cleaner reports, better visibility, and numbers you can trust. Once the foundation's solid, then it's time to look at what we're actually building and how we keep it running smoothly and consistently. So what are we actually trying to accomplish here? We're setting up the bones to work behind your books, so your books begin to go to work for you, not just sit there. That means getting the chart of accounts right, sorting out the historical financial records, reconciling everything, and making sure reports are being provided to you on a schedule that keeps your numbers top of mind. We're not just setting it up and walking away. We keep the books clean, organized, and up to date. Every transaction gets entered correctly, accounts are reconciled, the books are closed each month, and reports go out. You actually get something usable back from all that financial activity. No more numbers just piling up with nothing to show for it. We're not just checking boxes. We're building structure. We're making things visible. We're setting up a system that actually shows what's happening in your business so you can lead with real numbers, not just nearsighted guesswork. When this system starts working like it should, you will see it, feel it, and your business will just run differently. You'll start noticing the difference pretty quick when the books are being managed the right way. First, you actually start seeing your cash more clearly. You know what's coming in, what's going out, what's late, and where things might get tight. And best of all, you're not getting blindsided every other week. Let's be honest, managing a business can be messy at times. Stuff pops up. But if your books are up to date and someone's actually keeping an eye on them, the reports land on time, and the numbers finally start adding up. That means less guessing, less scrambling, and way less cleaning up messes that should have been sorted out from the jump. You're not getting interrupted every 5 minutes. No more digging through apps, chasing down files, or trying to make sense of numbers you don't even trust. Now the books are actually working for you, not making your life harder. And here's the real win. Over time, you're building a solid financial foundation. You see what's going on, things get more consistent, you build better habits, and you've actually got backup when it's time to make the big calls. That doesn't just happen. It takes real work, the right setup, and the right people steering the ship. And that's what leads to the next question. Why is PBS built to do this differently? When you work with PBS, you get more than just someone who enters transactions and keeps the books updated. You also get support and guidance from people who've actually run businesses, know their way around financials, and make your numbers mean something. I got into this after running my own businesses and being in the trenches, not just watching from the sidelines. When the books are late, inaccurate, or off, everything gets harder. Cash flow feels tighter than it needs to, decisions get delayed, and now you're guessing instead of knowing. That's why years ago, I doubled down on bookkeeping myself and got certified as a QuickBooks Pro advisor. PBS is here to set you up on solid ground from day one, clean up lingering issues, and build the financials correctly from the start. And it's not just me, as I'm only a small part of the team. After we work with you to set your business's strategic direction, our experienced bookkeepers handle your day-to-day entries. Our controller-level CPAs review your setup, step in when challenges arise, and close out the months, while my CPA partner is always available for the toughest decisions. Why does that matter? Because good bookkeeping isn't just about plugging in transactions. It's about building the right setup, keeping your numbers tight, and making sure your financials hold up when it counts. That's what makes us different. PBS is built to help business owners get past just having tax-ready books. You get numbers you can trust, use, and actually run your business with. Our ultimate goal is getting you out of that last-minute tax season scramble and into a system you can actually count on, day in and day out. It's not just about checking the compliance box. It's about having books that actually make sense so you can see what's going on, keep things organized, and run your business without second-guessing. When the books are set up and managed the right way, you stop banging your head against the wall because you finally have something you can start leading from. You get more visibility, more discipline, smarter decisions. And it really is as simple as that. With PBS, bookkeeping isn't just a task to survive. It's part of a leadership-led system that helps you understand your business, manage it better, and move forward with confidence. Ready to take the next step? Schedule a free, no-obligation consultation today, and let's build a system that works for you.